This is the Sons of Mort Thraken. We are here to give you an update on the disturbing progression of the romance between Daenerys and Jon. I'm M.
I'm D.
I'm J.
All right.
So let me start. I think you both owe me this. I'm right. You're both wrong.
You were right.
Jon and Daenerys had sex. Got it on. They did it. They did the nasty.
I think really what it comes down to is that I knew it was going to happen. I just hoped it didn't because I think it's disgusting and I think it adds a degree of complexity not necessary to the show. I think it's weird. I don't know why they want that to happen. I don't know why they made it happen.
Isn't the high point of Game of Thrones complexity?
Yes, but it's necessary complexity, right? It's not unnecessary complexity. And I feel like when they add unnecessary interpersonal drama, I hope they just do well with it.
Who is the supreme arbiter of necessary and unnecessary complexity?
Today it's me.
If it belongs in a soap opera,
it doesn't belong in Game of Thrones.
So here are my thoughts on this. I first of all need to say I was wrong. They got it on.
Yes, you were.
You were right, Jay.
Shame.
My apologies.
Shame.
Ding ding.
I know. But it's a good thing I don't have any clothes on right now. If we're being public shamed.
Well, yeah,
you get it because that happened in the show.
Oh, no,
okay.
Draw me a picture.
Yeah, later. Okay. Here's one thing I did like about the execution of this coupling. It was highly uncomfortable. So you have Bran doing the voiceover during this scene, and instead of being something that was, kind of like glorious or desirable, it was just kind of weird. And for me at least. And maybe it's because I didn't want it to happen and they hook up and I was thinking, no, the whole time, don't ride on the boat, go home on the dragon. But with Bran's weird voiceover and his weird, I don't even know what you call his like...
Totally flat affect.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
I have to talk to Jon. I must speak with him.
I saw what you did in that boat.
Yeah.
You were beautiful.
It was beautiful.
Did you know that is your aunt?
Yeah. And then also, and I don't know what to make of this either a little bit, you see Tyrion's response, and he looks highly distraught. And I don't know why that is exactly, but his face was what my heart was feeling during the whole time, which was just like, I don't know about this.
I think what it goes to is the same reason he didn't want Dario to go across the sea with them and be Daenerys's, lover. He doesn't want her entangled with particularly somebody else who claims to be a king and it confusing her goals or what they're trying to accomplish, which is to gain the control of the Seven Kingdoms. It complicates things. That was my read on it, although he just may be intuitive and just have a bad feeling about it. I don't know, but I think it probably just complicates his job, complicates things, and he starts to really lose his ability to be the one advising her when she's now having a full-on romantic sexual affair with somebody else who would be in a position of greater trust. She doesn't know that yet, and he doesn't know that, but I think he sees some power slipping, and he sees some complications. Yeah, but if that's the truth,
if that's really his motivation, that bothers me, because Tyrion is one of these people who I don't think is power hungry. And so if his worry is that he's losing that place of highest trust with her, then...
I don't think he's power hungry. I think he wants to see what is right happen, and he just witnessed Jon Snow. Tyrion's got a different style. He will lie to get the right thing done. He's done it before. He doesn't have a problem manipulating people. The whole discussion he had with Jon Snow about, couldn't you just have lied? You didn't have to say you wouldn't support her. He sees that as a problem. He sees that as the reason Ned Stark died, and he sees it as something he doesn't want to deal with. I think he respects him. He likes Jon Snow. But he doesn't want to lose his ability to advise Daenerys on things she should or shouldn't do that are best for Westeros. He knows how to play the Game of Thrones, and he doesn't like the style.
He's more politically savvy.
Yeah. He doesn't like Jon Snow's style. But all of that being said, I think the real question that comes from this, we know it's going to create issues because Bran, it ended with that voiceover. Bran knows, and Sam knows. Soon Jon's going to know. How's it going to impact their relationship next season? And is she pregnant? And my vote is 100% yes.
I agree with you completely that yes, I do believe that she is now pregnant or will shortly be pregnant. I don't know if he's going to silver bullet her. I don't think it's going to be one fuck, one baby. But I do think that this tryst is going to lead to a pregnancy, which in some ways could kind of smooth the complications because, hey, none of this matters. We've got a kid. But it also could mean that if she gets pregnant, is she going to still go on dragon riding with the baby in her belly, getting all jostled around, going up, down, loop-de-loop, doing spirals and shit? So it might take her out of the game to get pregnant, which could lead to a series of complexities, which for me is probably, when I saw Tyrion's face, I saw him as a person who was looking at possible entanglements and complications. That because there are some good things that can come from this, because a uniting of the kingdoms north and very south with Daenerys and Jon could be great.
Well, that was already done before they had sex.
Well, but the whole possibility of the marriage resulting from this love would be a more cemented bond than a bending of a knee. It's obvious people will break oaths, but hopefully the marriage bond would be a stronger one. And so I think I don't necessarily think that Tyrion's was a bad face. I think it was a calculating uncertainties type of face.
Okay.
So that was the way
I think he was distraught by it.
I think there's good. I think there's bad.
We'll check the footage.
I think he knows the both. Yeah, let's throw up a picture of
Roll
his face
that beautiful
right now.
bean footage.
And for me, I think it was concern, but not necessarily in a bad way.
So I think that she probably will get pregnant, and I really hope she doesn't. It just seems so cliche to me that they hooked up, so now there will be a baby. I don't know. But I think you're right. I think that if there is one, it may sort of resolve that moral quandary, which is, look, there's a greater good now, which is a child. We can put all this weird incest stuff behind us.
Also, we need to address the issue of the last video we did on this before the season finale. And that question posed by Dee was, who would be on top?
And they were both on top at one point.
Yeah, they switched. Dragon rode dragon, wolf.
Insertion
dragon.
only occurred once Jon was on top. Technically, Jon was on top.
How do you know that?
Well, because the way their legs were intertwined. There wasn't a coupling until Jon.
I forget you.
Until Jon mounted the Dagron.
You rewatch all Game of Thrones sex footage 7 times.
Yeah, I make a GIF of it, right? And I study it.
Okay, so various predictions. Most of us agree. High likelihood she'll have a child. Next season, how will it impact their relationship? I think one of the two of them is going to die, and that's going to resolve the relationship before any issue of, oh boy, I'm your aunt, you're my nephew, comes up.
I see them finding out and Jon having a real hard time with it and backing out, and Daenerys struggling with that decision.
Well, I think they'll find out. I didn't mean that they wouldn't find out. I just mean the resolve to the problem of what do we do is one of them probably does.
Why couldn't Bran have sent a raven? Like, if he knew, why didn't he just get word out, man?
Why couldn't Bran have warged into Tyrion, who came in with white eyes and
Yeah.
said, no,
Yeah.
no?
Why couldn't he have warged into Daenerys and said, I'm your aunt?
Yeah, see? Yeah, that's where Boner's going to die right there. Oh, hey, it is me, Bran.
Because it would have turned into that Joe Dirt, I'm your sister, I'm your sister.
And on that note, we are the Sons of Morton Throcken. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do like and subscribe. Leave a comment. We're happy to argue with you or appreciate your comments in any way. Thank you.
Floppy wiener.